We're catching up. Um, if you are on here, thank you. Bring your discernment. Use your intuition. These are collective readings, so I can be reading for multiple energies. I'm just gonna leave this open until somebody comes on. Justice card is the first card that came out. Justice from a thief. There is justice happening after a thief. Alright, let's get something on this energy. Whatever you win. The closing of a cycle. The world card. Three beautiful cards, if you ask me. There is justice happening after a thief was in your life. That'll cause an ending, a closing of assignment. It will fulfill you. Bring balance to a situation. Play it again. Luke Bryant. Let's see. What are we talking about here? Do you love you as you are? And it came in reverse. There is somebody who is in regret about the decision or who doesn't like the reflection they see when they look in the mirror. We have somebody was evicted to keep the money and the house, and that came in reverse. So there could be justice happening on a situation with a house, an unjust situation, something that was unjust when it comes to a house. Somebody who smokes weed and drives. There is an individual who showed people a mask, told stories, projection. They that caused them. They didn't like who they saw in the mirror, so they built a new reflection. They showed people a mask. Be like a sunflower and find the sun. Find the positive. Right? Hello. We're doing a collective reading. Hi. Those of you just joining. We are talking about justice happening for an individual who had a thief in their life, had a thieving energy, whether that we're talking about energy, something, money, a house. There is a closing of a cycle. New sub. Please be respectful in the comments. Somebody who has a problem with their own reflection. So they show people a mask. There was something that was unjust when it came to an eviction of a house. They evicted you to keep the money and the house. Read the contracts. Always get the contract, guys. If I have learned anything in life, contracts can help because something was unjust in the collective's life. There was a sneaky individual, and they thought that they could get away with whatever they did to you. So let's go. There is a gossip king or queen involved, somebody who is wishing ill. somebody who spoke ill of you. They showed people a mask. They projected scenarios, situations, so that they could sway a community into thinking you were a certain way. Hello, everyone. Thanks for being here. Hi, Venus. Thanks for coming. Choose the fake one. This could have been prevented. And like I said about the contract, read the fine lines, read everything you sign before, because read somebody's energy. Trust your intuition if you are feeling ill around an individual, if something doesn't feel right. Know that your intuition always right. There is people who chose the fake one, who believed the person that wore a mask, believed their stories. How would you feel if the same thing was done to you? If you were evicted from your home for an individual to keep the money in the house? Yeah, no problem. Okay, if we're not gonna keep our comments, you will be blocked. So please keep your comments respectful of everyone, including myself, okay? There is an individual that make you earn that love. They think if you have to earn love, if you have to pay to keep somebody in your life, do the most to keep somebody in your life, wear a mask, be somebody that you're not to keep somebody in your life, then you know that that person is not for you. That love is not for you. That relationship, that place, if something is making you feel drained. Married, very happily married. Please, again, I already left the first live because of this. So, somebody is going to have their day in court. Somebody is feeling sad or feeling hollow inside for the choices that they are making. Somebody also has an unquenchable desire. Unquenchable desire. It doesn't matter what you have in your life, you keep on looking for the greener. What's greener? If it's greener over there, you just hop over there. Unquenchable thirst. It doesn't matter what you have in your life, you just keep wanting more. Connecting all the dots can be loud. Connecting all the evidence. Pay attention to the people around you, to the people. Somebody is pulling on your energy. You can always tell when somebody is pulling on your energy. Who was there for you when all else failed? Who was when your storm was here? Who held the umbrella for you? Somebody thought nobody was looking. They thought that they could get away with a situation, that they could, in fact, get away with the crimes that they were committing, with the decisions that they were making. They thought no one was looking. Somebody's about to hit rock bottom, or they already have hit rock bottom because they are trying to live above their means. They're trying to rob Peter to pay Paul. Double energy is present. tried to put stuff in your car, try to get you caught up to make sure that their projections, their what they were telling people that who you were true. But the evidence that they tried to hide is coming out. The truth that they tried to hide is coming out. There is a Leo. Don't forget to laugh. Spirits, don't forget to laugh. Laugh at the comments. There is such sadness behind my smile. You never know what people are going through, what has happened in their life. Choose kindness. In a world that is so dark, where you see like a rot that spreads, choose kindness. Stranger danger. I was just talking to my husband about this. Stranger danger. Pulling on your energy. All right. Move on. Like it when you're nice to me. Boston Stella. Oh, I know I just did not do that. I did do that. Chaos. KSH. Like it when somebody wants an emotional reaction from you. It's going to cause, they want to cause an ending. They are using their power, using their words to try to cause to get an emotional reaction from you. They are painting you dark to try to get you to react to the way that they are treating, to the words that they are saying. And we could be talking about an ex. And an ex can be anyone in your life, a friend, a boss, a family member. They want you to quit. They want you to give up. They want you to release those boundaries. But they will be the ones burdened with the blame. They will be the ones, in the end, who have to deal with the chaos, the aftermath of everything that they have done. The seed you have sown, what will you harvest? There is a mother energy, something about taco. A mother energy, uncovered adoption, a stepmom, a grandma, switched at birth. Somebody lied about a situation in the collective's lives. If you don't tell your own story, someone will. Somebody is lying, projecting a story. Spirit says, go to the whatever deck. Trust your gut. Take action. Make that move. There couldn't be a new job in someone's life because somebody tried to party and celebrate too soon with a situation. Or was lying today. There was a traitor in somebody's life. Happiness hater is what I'm hearing. There is a happiness hater. They only did things for you with strings attached. If you have to earn that love, If you have to do the most to keep somebody in your life, it's not meant for you. Threaten suicide for attention. They try to stay connected to you for attention so that you are distracted by their actions. Freezer spells, love spell by X. So there is projection, energy, pulling on your energy, whether we are talking about actual spell casting or we are talking about somebody who is just manipulating the energy, manipulating people to believe a certain rapport around you. There is magic set, but there is an end of cycle for the magic is sent. Something is going to go wrong for this individual because the chapter is closed. Uh, Wish you miss me. Somebody is making a wish. Wishing on a star. Lying as an adult is silly. Who are you afraid of? And one more, an ending. Somebody lied too much about a situation and they will be caught up. Sometimes justice takes time. That doesn't mean that you have to sit around waiting for justice to happen. You gotta keep on living. You gotta let go. In time, you will see. Letting go of a situation. Brody? Oops, sorry, Brody? Somebody's plans were canceled. Somebody had plans, or is having to cancel their plans because they are being caught up in a situation. It's time to travel. Mikado, change can be uncomfortable, but change is good. So number two, there's two people in here. PV, send the energy back. Spirit says, call your energy back and send back the negative energy you are feeling. Molly, truth is saw before you can say. The truth will come out. Truth will prevail. Janice, Sarah, Carrie, Armando, Alexandria, setting up all the dominoes. I know when I was a kid, I used to love setting all the dominoes, lining up the dominoes so they all fall together. Montoya, renovation. Sometimes setting up those dominoes takes time. Preston, Lulu, out where the wild things are. California. Rich, somebody needs to watch their food if you are feeling sick for any reason. Prepare your own food. Kayla, gay individual, and Ray, study the dark, know the dark, not scared of the dark. Pay attention to your surroundings. Like I said in the beginning of this, if you are feeling ill about anyone around you, if you are feeling wrong about a situation, if something somebody has said or somebody is doing, pay attention. Pay attention to your surroundings. Situational awareness, right? Guess I have to go to the cop. Don't wait until you have to go to a cop about a situation. There is a stepmom involved. That's the second time this stepmom. There is a tower happening for a stepmom. Ray, because of fraud and theft. There is justice, like the cards that came out in the very beginning of our reading. The justice, the thief, and an ending of cycle, the world, closing of a cycle, right? Fraud and theft. Confirmation. The tacos card. Tacos. Somebody is eating tacos. Somebody likes tacos. Somebody who's watching this is eating tacos. I don't know. But tacos are quite important. Somebody is in the lion's den. They have somebody did not pass a test. They were sent a test and they did not pass. They said he hit that guardrail at 3:30. We could be talking about somebody's karma being an accident. You can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make them drink it. So somebody was supposed to do something that came in your energy and they did not pass the test. Now they have no bail. Now they have to reap what they sow. Out where the wild things are. Their greatest treasure was their love. It should have been enough. Somebody who is involved in a funeral. Casket card came out as well. Looked somebody in the eye and still chose to lie. You failed to tell the truth. You had a chance to tell the truth and you failed. Hickman, it's over. One, it's over when the memory is recalled. Hawkins, Lucy, Art, Jessica, Ronnie, Bernice. She is a witch. Alexis, you always have a choice, Spirit says. One clue is all you need. Stay in the light of your own lane. Stay in the light of your own lane. A lot of accident energy here. Pay attention to your surroundings. Situational awareness. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end that here. Thank you for everybody who came on. Have a day, you